Section 10.4 has to do with quadrilaterals. A quadrilateral is a closed figure that's made up of line segments with 4 sides and 4 vertices. A quadrilateral never crosses over itself. So this has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, 4 vertices or 4 points or corner points, A, B, C, and D. This is a quadrilateral. This one crosses over itself, so this is not a quadrilateral. The sum of the angles in a quadrilateral is 360 degrees. So when you add every angle together, you would get 360 degrees. So you should be able to take angles that they give you and figure out unknown angles. So for this one, I would have 62 plus 88 plus 2x plus x, and that's going to equal the total of 360 degrees. So if you have a 4-sided figure or a quadrilateral, the sum of the angles is going to be 360 degrees. So when I add the like terms together, I've got 150 plus 2x plus x is 3x equals 360. I'm going to work my way backwards and solve for the x. So I'm going to subtract 150 from each side. That's going to give me 3x equals 210. And when I divide by the 3, it's going to give me a 70. So what I know is that the measurement of angle D equals 70, and the measurement of angle C is going to equal 2 times 70, or 140, because that has a 2x, that has an x, and the x value in this is 70. Let's do another one. Again, you have a 4-sided figure, so when you add them all up, 4x plus 110 plus x plus 75, all 4 corners, all 4 angles, is equal to 360. So then I want to add like terms, so I have 110 and 75, so that's 185 plus 5x is equal to 360. I'm going to subtract 185 from both sides. So that's going to leave me 5x equals 175. Then I'm going to have to divide by the 5, and that's going to give me 335. I think that's right. So x is equal to 35. Well, then I have to plug that back in. So this angle right here I know is 35 degrees, angle T. This angle I'd have to plug in 35 times 4, and that's going to give me 140 degrees. So if you added 140, 110, 35, and 75, you would get 180 degrees. Quadrilaterals have different specific names based on their character. So overall here we see a quadrilateral. Then one type quadrilateral is a parallelogram. A parallelogram is a quadrilateral where both pairs of opposite sides are both parallel and congruent. So this and this are parallel, meaning they never cross, and that shows the parallel mark on them. And this shows that they're congruent. They have the same measure. This side and this side are parallel. Those little diamonds, that's what that means. And this is congruent with that because they each have one little hash mark there. So therefore I know, actually I think it looks like it's 2, but it should be 1. Okay, I know that this is a parallelogram. Coming off of a parallelogram, you have a rectangle, which has 4, it's a parallelogram, has all those characteristics, but it also has 4 right angles. A rhombus is a parallelogram with 4 congruent sides. Okay, so it doesn't have to have a 90-degree angle, but opposite sides are parallel and congruent. And all the sides are congruent. A square has all the characteristics of both a rectangle and a rhombus. So it has 4 congruent sides and 4 right angles. And then up here you have a trapezoid, which is a quadrilateral with 1 pair of opposite sides that are parallel. So this is parallel with this, but that is not. So it only has 1 pair of parallel sides. So you've got to be able to identify these. This is going to have, if you will, a parallel mark on it. So I have 1 pair of parallel sides, and this is what we know as a trapezoid. This has 4 right angles, but the sides are not congruent. That's congruent to that, and that's congruent to that. So this is what we call a rectangle. This one, you can see it has an angle. Opposite sides are congruent. Opposite sides are also parallel, so you probably would have a diamond on that, and you would have like 2, actually they're more like triangles, to show that those opposite sides are parallel. But I don't have right angles, so this is what we call a parallelogram. So you need to be able to know the characteristics of all of those different quadrilaterals. Homework is on page 516, 8 through 26 all.